this video today, I'm really excited about because a lot of you have been requesting a smoothie that tastes really good, that will fill you up, and that has no sugar. So if you want to see this simple recipe, keep watching this video. Okay, so today's smoothie inspo actually came from you because a lot of smoothies use banana, and banana is a really common ingredient because it makes it thicker, it's really yummy, it's a sweetener, but some of you are concerned about having too much sugar, and some of you either have an intolerance or an allergy to bananas. So anyway, we have a banana-free smoothie. It's amazing, it's filling. The biggest thing about this smoothie is that it's really good for like midday. If I would recommend anything, I would say have it between lunch and dinner, or maybe even after dinner, depending on what time you eat your last meal. It's gonna give you a boost of energy. It's got some plant-based protein, amazing for your skin. 2 of the ingredients used in this have the highest antioxidants of any food on the planet. So really good energy, a little bit of protein, and good for your skin. Can't really get much better, and no sugar. The base ingredient of this smoothie is acai. Acai, if you guys don't know, it's spelled A-C-A-I. I know a lot of people pronounce it acai. It's acai. When you're buying an acai packet, I'm gonna link below where you can buy it, my favorite brands, but I personally recommend getting unsweetened. It can be a little tricky because sometimes it will say pure acai, and you won't notice that they actually do add sugar. You definitely want to get one that's unsweetened. Remember, the goal is to always be in control of how you're sweetening foods because you don't know what kind of sweetener they're using, you don't know how much they're using. So you're gonna buy it pureed. A lot of these you can find at health food stores or grocery stores. The acai berry is so high in antioxidants. This is like one of the best superfoods. So it's gonna fight disease, fight cancer, anti-aging, and give your skin a really good glow, prevent wrinkles, all of that good stuff. And the beauty of acai is that it's pretty much the only fruit on the planet besides avocado, because avocado is considered a fruit, that has no sugar. So if you notice, well, I don't have the packet here, but if you look on the back of an acai packet, you'll notice that it has 0 grams of sugar, but it actually has fat. I believe it's something like 5 grams. Don't quote me on that, but just check the package. Most fruit is higher in sugar and has 0 fat. So that's why this is unique, and that's why if you are concerned with sugar and you want something that's low glycemic, acai is gonna be your best friend. It's also like thick because it's frozen, so it'll give your smoothie like a good consistency. Now the funny thing is this melted a little bit because I had all these ingredients out to film this video, so it's not supposed to be liquid like this. It's normally frozen, and what I was gonna show you guys is that when you take it out of the freezer, you can kind of like bang it against the countertop, and that will break it in half. That way it's easier to cut open, and then you just cut it open and pop it into your blender. So my smoothie might not be perfectly accurate. Yeah, that's not supposed to be liquid, but in yours it will be frozen. So we've got acai, and then the next thing we're gonna do is add 2 cups of coconut milk. And if you don't like coconut milk, you can do hemp milk, you could do almond milk. I really like the taste of coconut milk in this. Make sure your coconut milk or whatever milk you're using is unsweetened. And I do recommend make sure that the milk you're using is not cow's milk, so it's dairy-free, because this is supposed to be a healthy smoothie, and if you want the skin benefits, you want to try to avoid that dairy. 2 cups of that. Then we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of raw cacao. Now, cacao is like my favorite ingredient in the world. I honestly just don't know what the negatives are. So good for you. So cacao is where chocolate originates from. It comes from the cacao plant. When you see cocoa, it's actually just a more processed form of cacao. So you always wanna get cacao, and you'll notice it's C-A-C-A-O versus cocoa that's C-O-C. So that's how you can tell the difference. It is one of the highest antioxidant foods on the planet. It's used for so many different health benefits. It's amazing for your skin, like I said. In its natural state, it has no sugar. It's naturally vegan. There's no dairy. The dairy is always added when you find milk chocolate. So that's why people say chocolate is good for you and chocolate has antioxidants. It comes from the cacao. So you could just go straight to the source. And what you'll notice, if you just like put your finger in and like try a little taste of this, it's actually very bitter on its own, but the way cacao is made sweet is with sweeteners. So for example, if we were to mix cacao with a banana, it would taste chocolatey and yummy. That's when you make like chocolate and ice cream, we call it. So whenever you have cacao, you want to add a little bit of sweetener to sweeten it up, but we're going to use the healthy low glycemic sweeteners. That's the key. And acai is actually not going to sweeten this up because it has no sugar itself. So as of right now, we've got no sugar in the smoothie. We've got unsweetened coconut milk, pure unsweetened acai, and raw cacao. Now we're going to add a tablespoon of chia seeds. This is gonna give you that really good energy boost midday. It's packed with fiber. Fiber is very important to keep things moving along in our body. You wanna make sure you're getting enough fiber in your diet so you're not holding on to any junk in your body. A lot of times acne on your skin can erupt from like just not going to the bathroom enough, not digesting your food properly. So chia seeds are a really great addition for that. And energy midday, I really like having chia seeds, whether it's like chia seed pudding or a chia seed smoothie. It just gives you like a quick boost of energy and it keeps you full. If you ever notice when you put chia seeds in like water or anything, they turn into like a jelly consistency. When they're on their own, they're like hard and just normal. And then when you put them in water, they expand, and that's actually what happens in your stomach, and they can hold a lot of water so you actually stay fuller longer. So this is the base. If you just want to do this, you've got two options here. Let me grab my stevia. So some of you like stevia. I personally like the taste of stevia, and I don't need anything too sweet. So I could have this on my own with just like 2 or 3 drops of stevia. But for those of you who don't like it, for those of you who want something sweeter, we do have an option for a sweetener that only adds about 5 grams of sugar, and basically the healthiest sugar you can have. This is coconut nectar. I have this paper towel down because it gets really sticky, almost like honey or something. Coconut nectar is my favorite sweetener to use after stevia, or I don't really compare the two because they're different. It has really low glycemic index, and the glycemic index is how long it takes for the sugar to raise your blood sugar, and we want something to be slow. We don't want to get like a fast spike in blood sugar, so this has a really low glycemic index. It's packed with minerals, actually has a lot of health benefits. So if you're going to choose a sweetener, I would recommend coconut nectar. I will link below where you can buy this. It is a little bit sticky, so make sure you have a paper towel or something down. I like to use 1 tablespoon. Or personally, I would just use stevia. What I recommend doing actually is blending this first, tasting it, and then trying, if you're like, okay, I need it to be a little sweeter, you can add a little coconut nectar, you can try a little stevia. And lastly, I like to add in cinnamon. Cinnamon's one of my favorite ingredients too. It kind of gives anything, a smoothie, oatmeal, whatever, a coffee, like a little extra flavor, but has no sugar, obviously. And it even helps regulate your blood sugar. So you're kind of doing the opposite of adding sugar with cinnamon. It's kind of a no-brainer. Cinnamon, I would say add to any and everything you can. And now we blend. I always like to start on like 1 or 2 and then slowly go up just so you don't make a mess.
A few moments later.
Let's see how this concoction tastes. Delish. I think it's amazing. The coconut nectar, it's got like a distinct taste. If you like it or you don't like it, leave it in the comments. I want to know what your thoughts are on coconut nectar. If you don't like the taste of that, I can try to create some more recipes without it. Consider this smoothie like a good base. If you want to use it as pre-workout, it's amazing for that too. You could just add in a little bit of protein powder. You might need a little more liquid. If you want it midday as a snack, you can do that. The good thing is with this acai, even though it's a fruit, if you're thinking about food combining, because it has a good amount of fat, it's digested slower than other fruits, so it can combine with protein. The issue with combining normal fruit with any other food is that it's digested so quickly that it just kind of, it's out of order in your stomach, where the fruit gets digested quickly and the other food is just kind of sitting there behind. So with acai, it's the only fruit that can really combine well with other things. You can add a banana, you can add some protein, but let's just keep this as our base and you'll be good to go. Remember, this smoothie isn't super sweet. So this isn't something that's gonna taste really, really sweet. It's a little bit more on the plain side, but I just wanted to give you guys an option, especially those of you who are looking to cut sugar from your diet, who feel like you have any kind of sugar addiction. This is an amazing smoothie to incorporate. It's energy boosting. It's still really good for you. It's plant-based. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. Leave your questions in the comments. Let me know what other recipes you guys like, and I'll see you next time.